Hi, this is BPTV. I'm your host, Andy Amrine, and welcome to the world of DECA. As you can see behind me, we have over 100 DECA students here at Bethel Park High School, and we're here to do a monthly TV show about who is DECA, what is DECA, and all the amazing feats that DECA does throughout the Bethel Park School District and the community. We're here on the second floor of the high school in front of the Innovation Studios, and we're going to be in the studios talking to some of the DECA students about what they do here at the school, their marketing classes and their business classes. All right, Alyssa, we're down here in one of your meeting rooms for DECA, and the question everyone wants to know is, what is DECA? So what can you tell us about DECA? How does it operate? Where did it all start from? Give us some history here.
Okay, so DECA is, it actually doesn't stand for anything. Everybody's always like, what does DECA stand for?
It used to stand for Distributive Education Clubs of America. It does not when it was more of a career technical. It still is a career technical organization, but when it was more of that focus. Then it went to an Association of Marketing Students, and now it covers marketing, finance, management, hospitality across the board.
Now, so DECA is open to all high school students?
Right,
so
right.
all grade levels?
Yeah.
You don't have to...
Right, you don't have to be a certain age.
Freshman, you can't be in it as a senior or something. You can join any time.
It just
How many
depends on your
students are in
class.
DECA this year?
This year, I believe we have 140 members.
Okay, is that a big number or is that an average number?
I'd say that's a pretty big number.
Okay.
That's what I think we were around there last year.
Okay.
So slowly every year we're trying to get more and more.
I love DECA. It's basically a great way to connect what the kids are doing in the classroom to competition, community service. There's a variety of different ways to compete. They can do role play events, which the kids will tell you about. There's probably 25 categories. They take a test, and that's paired together with solving a real-world case study business problem scenario. The kids have 10 to 15 minutes to solve the problems, and then they present to business professionals or the judge. They present their ideas. So that's one aspect. Another aspect is I have a ton of kids that get involved with projects, and we really do try to encourage them to pair up with a business within the community, which we've really tried to push for the last couple of years. This ranges from writing a 5 to 30-page paper, creating a presentation, which it could be a PowerPoint, they could create boards, to then again present to business judges. But basically, I always say it's amazing that you can get kids excited to go take a test and to present in front of business individuals, adults that they don't know, that it's really exciting to see how much enthusiasm there is for the club.
You meet so many new people, and you wouldn't expect for them to, like, the upperclassmen to take you in as much as they do. Because I know some people are afraid of the upperclassmen coming in as a freshman, which is, that's okay. But they're so nurturing and so nice. You meet so many new people. And Mrs. Smoller's wonderful.
Now, as a sophomore, freshman coming in, you're very well spoken.
Thank you. Thank you.
Was this something you learned now being part of DECA, or were you
Absolutely.
always this well spoken?
I've always been more of a people person, but I think definitely just getting out in front of your judges and not knowing what you're going to talk about with them beforehand. It's so much easier just to talk to people, to do interviews like this. It's easier. Yeah. It makes it nice.
How did you do on your first year competition?
I did pretty well. At districts, I got first place. My event was Principles of Finance. And then at states, I got second place, which qualified me for nationals. And then at nationals, I was a finalist.
Very nice.
Really cool.
You
yeah.
happy with that?
Oh my goodness, yes. I was over the moon. Fingers crossed.
So with DECA itself, it's more than, this isn't just a Bethel Park program.
No.
This is a regional, a state, a national. I mean, I know the kids are involved in all these different competitions on it. How important are these competitions to their class studies or being part of DECA itself?
With DECA, it is an international organization. There are other countries that are involved. I believe last year, I think there's over 200,000 members internationally and over close to 5,000 now in Pennsylvania. It is very popular on the eastern part of the state. There are a few other school districts in western PA that do participate too. But relating to their school studies too, my first year kids, the introduction to marketing, they get kind of a basic background of all types of business in case that's the only class they get before they graduate. And also it kind of prepares them for the competition just to get a broad overall view. The second two classes are very project-based. A lot of these kids in the second and the third, for example, the second year class, they're doing advertising and promotion, so a lot of the kids are doing an ad campaign or promotion plan for their project. The third year class, we talk about market research to start, so a lot of them are doing the market research project this year so they can actually learn it, work on it in class, and then use that project for competitions too.
And so with that, we go to different competitions. And so there's the first level of competition, which is called districts. And at districts, the only option available is called a role play. And what a role play is you're given a situation, and you're given about 10 minutes to figure out what you want to do with your situation and answer a few questions on the situation. And then once your 10 minutes are up, you go straight away to a judge, and you present that within 5 minutes. So that can be challenging, but also for some, it's very fun. Like, I do role plays myself, which I love it. And then the next level of competition is states. And states is typically at Hershey, Pennsylvania. And what it is you can also do a role play, which I already explained, and then you could do a project.
I did a role play at first, and I didn't make it to state, so I did a project, and I ended up going to nationals.
Very good. What was it like being at nationals?
It was really fun. It was a different experience. I got to meet a lot of new people and just like perform in competitions that I didn't think I would ever perform in.
So this is going to be my third year in DECA, and I've done it since freshman year, and it's one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life, probably. I went to nationals 2 years in a row, and I was in a finance event freshman year, and then last year I was in a hospitality and tourism professional selling, and I got to work with the David L. Lawrence Convention Center. And currently I'm working with the Bethel Park Community Foundation, working with them as like a social media correspondent.
It teaches you some real-world communication skills, which with that's so important in just getting a job anywhere. So with like the role plays, what I did last year, a principal's event, it's always a job interview. And so you knew that going in. And so honestly, going into a job interview, which I've been to a few at this point, it's so much easier because you're so ready and you're so prepared for it.
Okay. Marketing-wise, is this a class that you have to take within DECA, or are there different classes that you as a student can pick in the DECA itself?
Right, yes. So with role plays, there's different categories of events. So for instance, the principal's event, which I just mentioned, that's for first year only DECA members, so I did that last year. And then there's other events like hospitality and tourism. There's different events in restaurant and food management, apparel and accessories, just to name a few. And same with the projects. There's so many different things. There's like entrepreneurship, there's business operations, so really there's such a broad range to choose from.
Okay, and you choose these before you go to a competition?
Right,
so
right,
these are what the
yes.
classes that you're studying?
Yes.
And DECA is an actual class that you take year-round, or is it just one semester?
There's a 3-year marketing course, which Mrs. Smoller teaches. There's Intro to Marketing, there's Apps and Advertising, and there's Marketing Technology. And so you go through those 3 with Mrs. Smoller, and that makes you eligible to be in DECA. And then once you finish those 3, so if you start as a freshman, that means you'll be done by like junior year. And there's also personal finance classes, so anything from there that you can like branch out to.
And the competitions are a big component. Also, 2 other large components are the community service. The last 2 years, we've really upped, thanks to some of the kids working on the project, upped how much we're involved in the community.
What other events you do throughout the year? I mean,
with DECA?
With DECA itself.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's not just your whole
Right.
life isn't revolving
Right.
around those competitions.
The competitions, right.
What else does DECA do?
Coming up soon, we have a Santa brunch, which we run with FCCLA, and then we have a bunny brunch also in the spring. And we work the NAMS jams, so I don't know if you know anything about those.
Sure.
We give out like the refreshments and the snacks, we sell them there. We do a bunch of community service projects, which a few members do that as their project in the DECA competitions. So overall, it's always something keeping you busy.
Hi, I'm Paige Davidson.
Hi, I'm Valerie Wengren.
And this year for our DECA project, we're going to be working with the Shop Local campaign, and we're going to try to help show all the Bethel Park residents the importance of shopping local and supporting their local businesses. So in the previous years, there's been a group of seniors that just graduated, and they worked on the Shop Local campaign, and since they graduated, we thought we would step up and take over their campaign.
I really like the idea of Shop Local because it just really promotes all the local businesses in Bethel Park and helps out all the families that we know and have grown up with. And our project this year is entrepreneurship, so this goes hand in hand with what we need to do for DECA.
I think it's really important to shop local because all of the money you put into a local or small business comes right back to us in the form of sponsorships and things like that. So it's really beneficial to everyone that lives in Bethel Park to help those small businesses.
It is important to shop local because the United States employs more people through small businesses than any other industry in the country, so it's important to help support them for more jobs.
Yeah, our DECA project involves the Bethel Park Fire Department and in the Fire Vest program.
So for upcoming college students, if they're interested in firefighting, the Bethel Park Fire Department will help pay for their 2 years of CCAC if they choose to go to that college of their choice. So if you volunteer for firefighting, then they'll pay for your 2 years of college. We're doing a project to promote the program in general. So if you're interested in volunteer firefighting and you have an interest to go to college, then this would be the right choice for you. We're doing surveys, questionnaires, focus groups, anything to get it out there. We're doing pamphlets and field trips. We're doing a big field trip to the volunteer fire department, and we're gonna learn more information about when we go down there, so we're just going to get that settled out, and it'll be on its way soon. I think we're just going to do it all of Bethel Park because it's not set on the college students this year, so upcoming college students for the years to come. So I think
how far along are you with this project? Are you just starting it, or are you months into this now?
I think we're a month or two into this. 2 months. We got the outline finished. We have what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, and we just need to get it underway. So we're going to do that soon.
Currently, we've been working hand in hand with the Chamber of Commerce to start a new event called the Young Entrepreneurs, and it's going to be held at the Santa Brunch, and young entrepreneurs in grades kindergarten through 8th grade will get to rent a table and sell their new products or services to the community.
And another thing we're doing is at NAM Jams, we're going to work with the 5th and 6th graders and help them with the DECA Big Idea Challenge. Each year, DECA hosts their Big Idea Challenge where they use different materials and ask students to create a new invention. And this year's material is plastic.
I'm doing a community service project this year, and in the months of October, November, and December, we have different events planned.
Okay, what can you tell us about what community service projects?
Okay, in October, we did a donut sale for Susan G. Komen. And then in November, we're doing an Animal Rescue League sale. It's awareness wristbands. And then we're also doing a shim food drive. And then in December, we are doing a bingo for DIPG and a holiday toy drive for Children's Hospital. And we're planning a dance, which all the money raised for that is going to go to the Ronald McDonald House.
So for the food drive, we have involved our National Honor Society, so they're helping us out collect cans and other stuff. And then we have social media pages, so people who follow us can get the information. We put up flyers around the school so everyone can see.
So we've gone to local businesses to help promote the bands and the food drive and toy drive and to get the word out. We visited Starbucks, Dunkin', Ace Hardware, and Evie's to help get the word out.
And also in this class right now, pretty much everybody's working on marketing research projects. And so, for example, with me and my partner, we are working with the Bethel Park Community Foundation. And so we helped them and we're still helping them to promote the organization. And we helped create a survey for them. And we created all these graphs to see how they really needed to help promote their business.
Doing a marketing profile for a big organization like the Bethel Park Community Foundation, that couldn't have been just an easy task. You didn't just whip this up overnight. I mean, you're talking an organization with some big money, and your skills and knowledge, you were able to help them?
Yes, definitely. Me and my partner, she's not here right now, but like I said, we actually just did a survey, and so what we did is we went throughout the local area and we handed out actually paper surveys, and we had people fill them out, and we also sent online surveys throughout the high school, and we were able to obtain data that the Bethel Park Community Foundation did not know about at all. And so we had a great idea to possibly promote the organization by social media. So right now we are using Facebook as that tool for that.
Okay. Well, this is real world practice. This wasn't just a school project then.
Yeah, it definitely is real world practice.
Is this something you're going to use in competitions you have coming up with DECA?
Definitely.
So this isn't just a class you're
Right,
taking.
right.
This is something you're involved with the school district
Yes.
and with the community?
Yes, absolutely. We're always trying to give back to the community and just giving back to everyone, all of Pittsburgh, not just Bethel Park. So I know some girls, for their project, they did the Ronald McDonald House, and then they also were raising money for local hospital patients. So it's just keeping it nice to the community and good for us
But
too.
it's not just about raising money.
Right?
though.
No. Just giving back. It's a good feeling.
Okay.
My name is Sabrina Tatalius, and I'm currently a junior at the Bethel Park High School.
Okay, so what do you work on with DECA? What is your parts here?
So I am one of the co-presidents, and I am in charge of the sponsorship committee.
Okay, what does sponsorship committee do? What's that mean?
So basically, last year I started the sponsorship committee to raise more funds for nationals and states, because nationals is a little bit more pricey for most students. So this goal is to get sponsorships in the community of business owners, and then it's basically we're giving them a service back to them, so it's not like most traditional sponsorships.
Do you need business involvement?
We-
do you need community involvement?
We do need,
or
in a variety of
how
different
can-
ways.
how can we help?
One way could be just helping sponsor a project. So if you have a local business or you have expertise in a business field that you would like to help with a project, that could be one. We also are looking for financial sponsors, different local businesses. That we have a few different levels, from donating $250 up to $1,000, where you could have your logo featured on our shirts. We could actually come up with marketing ideas for you, implement the ideas. There are a few different ways to get involved. For sure, we're looking through the end of January to get on this year's T-shirt.
Okay, so the fundraising and everything you do, is this for state and national type of
It
competitions?
is for state and national. They do have to pay a lot. They have to pay the activity fee at the school. They have to pay a membership fee, the district conference, the state, and the national. The kids pay for that all on their own.
On their own, so that's not tax dollars going to any of that?
No,
and
none
what-
of it. They even have to pay the $50 activity fee. So
Okay.
it's all stuff they
So
have to do on their
helping
own.
to support DECA helps to support the kids with
Get them
the
involved and get them to the
competition and
competitions.
getting into it.
Yeah,
And-
directly goes to the competitions.
Okay. Have you gotten any sponsors yet? What can you tell us how does this work?
So far we have the Bethel Park Community Foundation and EV True Value Hardware, and currently we're looking for getting new ones, and basically we devised it in a system, so it breaks it down into, you get your name on a t-shirt for $250, all the way to getting a promotion designed in social media accounts, so it's really tailored to what the business owner would need.
Okay, so if you have a business that's interested in being a sponsor, they contact you and then you go sit down and just discuss what their needs are?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, and it could be anything from marketing to sales to anything? It's wide open?
Yes.
Okay, has DECA ever done this before?
Are you talking about our chapter? No. This is brand new. And then our state, Pennsylvania State DECA, is also adding sponsorships for them as a whole, too.
Okay, is this something you're just hoping to do as a fundraiser for DECA, or are you using this as one of your projects or competitions at regional or state or something?
This is not for a project. This is just something I really want to do to help out the chapter.
So what we're doing right now is we have a school store called Bean and Berry, and what we do there is we sell products such as smoothies, healthy snacks, coffee to the students or staff members in the high school. And all of that money goes back to the DECA members, who helps fund us with the state competitions and also the national competitions.
So last year we turned this concession stand into the Bean and Berry, which is a little school cafe that sells hot coffee, iced coffee, smoothies, and snacks for all the students in the school to stop by and purchase.
Okay, whose idea was this?
My marketing class created it last year.
Okay, so this is 1 year that this has been in business then?
Yeah, we opened like May of last year and ran it for a month, kind of to see how it would do, and then we decided to reopen it this year and have it for the whole year.
Okay, so this was just a marketing idea?
Yes.
Okay, what else has it taught you? It can't just teach you about marketing. What else does it
Yeah,
teach
we
you?
learned how to we did a lot of research to see what students would like. We had to create like a product list, a price list. We each had different teams. We had like a management team, a financial team to do all the money. We had a customer service team, and we all had different parts we could do to work on the store. There were problems, especially with when we could open it, because we can't compete with the cafeteria.
Right.
So we had to work on like when we were going to open, how we were going to market it, and everything like that.
And everything has worked out? Are you happy with the project?
Yeah, it's going pretty well. We've had pretty good sales, and a lot of the students said they like it.
Now,
So yeah.
is this a project for you, or it's not just a job? This is more of a project?
For me or for
DECA?
For DECA, yeah. The money's going to help go towards DECA and our trips and all of our fundraising. It's like a big fundraiser for us.
With this store that you're running, this isn't just a job that you're raising money for DECA. What is this store actually teaching you?
It's teaching us all the necessary skills that you need to run a business. So beforehand, we had to set all the prices on the products. We had to determine what products we were going to sell and what products we think would actually sell the best, and just go from there. And also what supplies you would need. So it's pretty much how to run a business. That's what we're learning.
Are you working at the store?
Yes.
Okay, and what do you do at the store? Just an employee helping
Yeah,
make
just
coffee?
yeah, just
Now, is this part of your class work? Did you have to work the store?
yes. This is like intro to marketing.
Intro?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so most of the people that work the store are, intro students?
Mm-hmm. All of us do DECA.
So that's helped a lot as far as giving the kids a real-world hands-on experience running a business. Some of the kids are using that for their project, and also it's helping fundraising to attend the state and national conferences. So hopefully that's because the kids do pay their way for the competitions.
2 of us are using it for a project. I'm using the Bean and Berry for a project, and so is another girl named Carolyn.
Okay.
And she's doing the business plan for it, and I'm doing like a learn and earn project, which is all about just everything about the store.
It's really nice in the morning to come get coffee, especially whenever I've had a long night of studying. I just need to feel awake, so.
Do you shop here every day or just once a week or something?
Mainly every day. I have study hall second period, so it's good to come down here and just get a snack or some coffee.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I always tell the kids they don't have to major in marketing, they don't even have to major in business, just that the skills that they learn from working together, the presentation, the writing skills, dealing with adults. I always say interacting with adults before it really counts, before you have to go on a job interview or you have a meeting where you have to pitch in front of people. Just the connections, getting them involved in the community too, with the community service, working with local businesses, having that part, and also just hopefully preparing them for college and whatever comes after college for them.
And somebody who may be interested in DECA, why should somebody join DECA?
It provided me a lot of great opportunities in high school. It gives you a lot of automatic friends. So if you're a little bit more shy, it breaks you out of your comfort zone. And there's always stuff to participate in. So if you need community service hours or if you need to get a job, it really helps out. So it really helps you even figure out what you want to do for college.
I joined DECA because I wanted to get more involved in the school, and I heard a lot of good things about DECA.
I joined DECA because of the friendships that it forms and the marketing aspect of it, and to help me in pursuing a career in marketing.
I joined DECA because I kept hearing about how other people had amazing opportunities and they could get jobs and get scholarship money for college, and I just decided to give it a try.
I joined because basically everyone said they really enjoyed it. I was looking to find a way to help others, so I got involved in DECA, and then I ended up doing community service.
I would say join DECA because it helps you a lot with public speaking and interviewing if you're interviewing for a job or something.
When I was in middle school, some high school students came down and talked to us a lot about DECA, and they really sparked my interest because it just seemed like so much fun. They seemed to have such a great time. they talked about how it really built their confidence up, and at the time I didn't really have that much confidence in myself.
I decided to join DECA because I've always been interested in the business world and exploring it, and this has really helped me further my knowledge in the business world.
I joined DECA because when it was first introduced to me, I thought it was a really cool club, and I just really liked all the people, and my friends joined with me, so I was like, that's a really good club. I mean, I enjoy marketing and advertising, and so I think that was the club for me.
I joined DECA because lots of people have told me, like, oh my god, it helps with, like, your social communications and everything, so I was like, alright, so I joined it, and it just really helps me a lot with, like, communications and business, and I am interested in business, so this is like a really good class for me, and you don't necessarily have to be interested in business if you want to join this class, because it helps with like a bunch of other things that you could be interested in.
I joined DECA because I heard it was fun. I didn't really know very much about it, but as soon as I went to districts, I found out what it was about, and I really liked it. I have no desire to go into anything marketing or business related, but it's helped me speak, it's helped me make a lot of friends, and it's really fun. So I've learned a lot of public speaking and how to talk to people, and I'm definitely more confident in my speaking mostly.
Anything else that you want to share with us about DECA?
Just that it's a really great organization and club. I don't think anybody has ever had a bad experience with it, and I really think you meet a lot of great people. You learn a lot of skills that really help you along the way in your life, and that you won't regret it.
I think it's so important for future high school students to join DECA. They really get a lot of help with marketing and public speaking, and you can also make a lot of friends in DECA. Some of the best friends I've had in high school I've made from being in DECA. So I definitely think only benefits can come out of being in DECA.
If you're an upcoming high schooler, I would say absolutely join DECA.
I would just, recommend any way you can get involved. Like I said, local businesses, even just sponsoring projects, coming and guest speakers are always awesome too, to come in and share, promote your business, and also tell the kids how you got started. Serving as judges, financially sponsoring, any of that is great. And if you're in 8th grade or under, definitely take marketing and join DECA when you get to the high school.
If any businesses or organizations would like to be more active with the Bethel Park DECA chapter, please contact Emily Smoller at smoller.emily@bphawks.org. Thank you.
What a great time we have had today talking to all these amazing high school students who are your emerging leaders and entrepreneurs, taking all these classes from DECA, trying to further their knowledge and maybe future careers in marketing and finance and hospitality and management. I can't thank Emily Smoller and her other staff for allowing us here at the high school to talk to these students. I've learned a lot today, and I hope you have too. So thank you for watching BPTV, and we'll see you again soon.
I've shown an interest in making home movies. Me and some buddies would just grab a camera and you just start making these videos, and then you realize at some point that this isn't just a hobby anymore, it's something that you actually want to pursue, and there's this great facility right down the road, BPTV. A lot of people will try to do these productions on their own, and one of the things they don't have is the equipment, but right here is everything that you need in one nice little bundle. There's lights, cameras, reflectors, dollies, all kinds of little knickknacks, like anything that you'd want to use that you would need for a production, you have it right here, like it's all right here. You can make your own feature movie just with the stuff from this studio. Come meet Dave Cable, let him show you around, and I think you'll realize that this is something that you could fall into regardless of your level of expertise, whether you're a beginner or even if you're a more advanced learner. There's something here for everyone, and I feel that you just need to come through and just be a part of the experience and just watch and learn, and let Dave be your guide.